He lived only 32 years, yet he changed cinema, martial arts, and identity forever. This is not just the story of Bruce Lee, it is the story of becoming limitless. Bruce Lee was born on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, a citizen of two worlds, caught between cultures and expectations. He was raised in Hong Kong, where the vibrant streets became his playground and the silver screen his first stage. As a child actor, he charmed audiences, but behind the scenes, a different story was unfolding. Bruce was a restless soul, drawn to street fights, constantly searching for a sense of direction. That search led him to the world of martial arts. Under the legendary Grandmaster I.P. Man, Bruce began his training in Wing Chun. It was here he found discipline, a structure for his boundless energy, and a profound sense of purpose. But even as a student, he was never one to blindly follow tradition. Bruce Lee wasn't interested in simple imitation. He craved a deeper understanding of the principles behind the movements. He questioned everything, seeking the truth in combat. When he returned to the United States as a young man, he didn't just bring his martial arts skills. He brought his insatiable curiosity. He enrolled in university, studying philosophy, and began teaching his own evolving style of martial arts. For Bruce, combat was never about brute force or dominance. It was a form of self-expression, a conversation between two individuals. It wasn't about rigid forms, but about finding what was true and effective in the moment. This core belief gave birth to Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. It was more than a martial art, it was a philosophy rooted in adaptability, efficiency, and above all, individuality. His famous words echoed this creed, using no way as way, having no limitation as limitation. He encouraged his students to absorb what is useful, discard what is useless, and add what is uniquely their own. Hollywood, ever watchful for new talent, soon took notice. Cast as Kato in the television series The Green Hornet, Bruce Lee exploded onto American screens. His incredible speed, fluid precision, and undeniable charisma captured the world's attention. Audiences had never seen anything like it, but for Bruce, recognition did not automatically translate into opportunity. The industry admired his skill, yet it resisted his vision for leadership. Frustrated but not defeated, Bruce pitched story ideas that directly challenged the prevailing stereotypes of Asian characters. He envisioned stories where they were the heroes, complex, powerful, and central to the narrative. Hollywood wasn't ready. His ideas were often dismissed, with some even being produced later without his involvement. He was an innovator in a system that favored conformity. Instead of waiting for permission that might never come, Bruce chose independence. He made a bold move and returned to Hong Kong. There, he wasn't met with rejection, but with open arms and immense recognition. The Hong Kong film industry saw his potential and gave him the creative control he had been denied in America. And with that freedom, Bruce Lee didn't just make movies, he reshaped global cinema. Films like The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, and Way of the Dragon shattered box office records. They redefined action storytelling, introducing a new level of realism, intensity, and philosophical depth to the genre. His final completed film, the iconic Enter the Dragon, became a worldwide phenomenon, solidifying his status as a global superstar and a cultural icon. He had proven that an Asian leading man could command the international stage, yet behind this monumental success was a man under relentless pressure. Bruce trained with an obsessive intensity, constantly pushing his body and mind beyond what was considered possible. He wrote extensively, reflected on his philosophy, and documented his journey. He lived his art. In 1970, this relentless drive led to a severe back injury. Doctors told him he might never walk properly again, let alone practice martial arts. Confined to stillness, Bruce turned inward. It was during this period of recovery that his philosophical ideas deepened, expanding his legacy far beyond physical mastery. He read, he wrote, and he refined the concepts that would inspire millions. He made a miraculous recovery, but the experience left a mark. At the absolute height of his fame and influence, in May 1973, Bruce Lee collapsed on a film set, suffering from a cerebral edema. He recovered, but it was a chilling warning sign. Then, on July 20th, 1973, the unthinkable happened. Bruce Lee passed away suddenly in Hong Kong. The world was stunned, mourning the loss of a brilliant star taken far too soon. But Bruce Lee's story did not end with his death. In fact, in many ways, it was just the beginning. After he was gone, His influence didn't just continue, it expanded exponentially. It spread across martial arts, film, philosophy, and popular culture. He had redefined what it meant to be an Asian man on a global stage. He had shattered stereotypes with the force of his famous one-inch punch. He inspired entire generations to reject limitations, both internal and external, and to forge their own unique path. Bruce Lee did not simply teach people how to fight. He taught them how to think. He taught them how to adapt, how to grow, and most importantly, how to become the fullest expression of themselves. Through his life and his work, Bruce Lee became immortal not just because of how he lived, but because of the powerful ideas he left behind. Bruce Lee proved that greatness is not inherited, not granted, and not confined. It is created one choice at a time. Thank you for watching.